came to New York City in 1973, and in many ways I feel like that's the date of my birth. I know ahead of time if a sculpture is going to be outdoors, because I need to have the width that'll withstand the outdoors. I need to have the number of rings that'll withstand outdoors, because they need to, if it's a bowl, it needs to be stacked with rings. It can't be a single bowl with no disattachment in there, just to give it room to dance. Just as a bridge needs room, including something as huge and magnificent and heavy and weighty as the Brooklyn Bridge. You know, it needs room to wave, as skyscrapers need the same thing, and so does the wood. Wood more so. It dances much more than steel dances. So that when we make a bowl, a huge bowl, as the one that is at Madison Square Park, the Charas Bombelkami, that's a bowl that's got these kind of balls appended to it. It's done in, I think that one has maybe 11 rings that make up the bowl, so that these rings then enable just slight movements to be possible. This is a piece that's going to go to the south of England, and I want it to be just like this form when they get through gluing it. And it's not an easy thing to do, to mimic exactly what we had when we built it. So my guys reverse stack it, glue it layer by layer. We glue one layer a day. It's a resource and all, and it's an 8-hour glue drying time. Then I'm going to take this particular piece to Walla Walla Foundry in Washington. I'm going to send it there, and they're going to build molds for it, and they're going to pour urethane into these molds, so that it's going to be a translucent piece, much like the bonnet piece that I made for the park, for Madison Square Park. And you can even come closer up here to see the kinds of markings that we do in order to make for exactly the same structure. I somehow love this labor. You know, it's medieval, it's very time-consuming, but I love it. It's the sweat involved, the sort of physical effort involved is wonderful. What happens is it's thinking in a very loose way, but on a very ambitious scale, so that, you know, the consequences sometimes can be large, but I think that that's a part of what feeds my adrenaline to keep the piece moving. But the biggest thing that feeds my adrenaline is sort of the curiosity of what this thing is going to come out like. I really don't know what it is, where it is that these things are going. Can you hear the wood cracking? This is what it does. It speaks, it moves, it dances all the time.